Hello and happy Saturday. Today I want to paint this little creature I made out of clay a bit ago. I've had this guy sitting on my desk for a couple weeks now. I kind of forgot he was there, but he's a creature I came up with because I have a lot of clay and I wasn't quite sure what to do with it. And I wanted to use some of that hot pink because I had a lot of it. So I did, and this is what I came out with. I'm gonna paint him like I usually do by adding more dark shader colors and then adding brighter highlights. I went ahead and added more detail on this one than I do a lot of mine. I added 2 darker shades to it instead of just one like I usually do. So I added a darker red and then a blood orange. And then for the lighter shades, I did 3 lighter shades technically, but it's kind of hard to see all 3 of them. I did the lighter pink, of course, and then I did a more tan color, but it was like a tan pink, so it worked. And since you couldn't really see that too well on top of the light pink, I added white to make it stick out a bit more. I'm really happy with how the paint job on this turned out. Though I will say, I wanted to try something out with the eyes, and that was making eyes out of hot glue. What I did this little tester eyeball where I put a little heart that's shiny in the hot glue, and it turned out pretty cool, and I was originally going to do that for the eyes, but on my first go, I put the eye too deep into the hot glue, which meant when it dried, it was no longer visible after it dried. It looked cool before it dried though, but that ended up being okay because I ended up liking the clear, milky eyes better than having the hearts in them, so I'm okay with how it went. I went ahead and just did that with both eyes. One of the eyes came out a little wonkier than the other, and this led to me chipping the face trying to get it out because I had to do that eye 2 times. Actually, it was like 3 or 4 times, but I got there kind of. It's still a little wonky, but this is my first time making this creature, so I'm okay with a few wonks here and there. Another challenge was one of the feet fell off, which was very annoying and weirdly hard to hot glue. Usually I don't have a problem with hot gluing bits of clay back together and then painting over them, but for some reason this one did not want to stay. I really need to get my hands on some super glue. That'll probably work better in general. But yeah, I did eventually get it fixed. It's standing on its own again. I also ended up painting highlights in the eyes, which I originally was not gonna do, and I wasn't sure about, but I wanted to try it, and I ended up liking it, so I did it on both eyes. And as of right now, what I use for my top coat is just a bit of Mod Podge. That's what I can afford. It's what I have on me. So that's what I use. I have learned while using this brand, or this specific type of Mod Podge. Mod Podge is the brand. Is that if you put 2 layers on, it doesn't really dry properly. So I started more recently just doing 1 layer. And the last thing I need to do to really finish making this creature is naming him, of course. I did ask one of my friends what they thought I should name him because I wasn't quite sure. And they said maybe I could name them, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, I'm sorry in advance, Anayahi, because it's the last name of a Cherokee goddess. I don't really research that stuff, so they know more about it than I do. But I think that would be cool, maybe. I gotta check with them how to pronounce it first. That is an option. All of my thoughts about what I should name him were really dumb. So, I'm more likely to go with that. Because usually when I name things, it's just like Fred, George, Frederick, that kind of stuff. I know I forgot to record a lot of the painting for this. That's my bad, oopsies. So that is all I have for now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.